Hello guys, so as discussed before in the last video, so in this video I'll pick up each chapter and discuss in detail. So let's begin from this chapter. That's the first unit. Here we have the concept of state. So in this chapter, based on our given syllabus, we will be discussing the following. That is, firstly, what is a state? Secondly, the concept of state and the Article 12 of Constitution of India. And thirdly, we will be talking about what is government. And next is the emergence of state from society. Fifthly, the definition of state. And the next one is in regards to the theories of origin of state. Next one, that is elements of the state and the role of state. So let's begin with the first concept. Here the first concept is in regards to what is a state. So here the term states has multiple interpretations and they can refer to different concepts depending on the context. So for example, it can refer to a subnational or administrative entities within a federal or quasi-federal system. For example, California, Texas, etc. States within United States, Uttar Pradesh, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, etc. in India. On the other hand, in international context, the term can be used to denote a nation state or a member state of an international organization, such as the United Kingdom, France, Brazil, India, UAE, etc. So, however, in most general sense, as well as in a present context, the state is a political and a legal entity that exercises sovereignty over a defined territory and its population. So now let's jump on to the second concept. So now let's move on to the second concept, which is in regards to the definition of a state. Here, according to J.V. Gardner, it states that state is a community of persons more or less numerous, permanently occupying a definite portion of territory, independent or nearly so, or external control, and possessing an organized government to which the great body of inhabitants render habitual obedience. So the definition given by Garner contains all the elements of state. So the state must possess four elements, that is population, territory, government and sovereignty. And furthermore, the Black's Law Dictionary defines state as the political system of a body of people who are politically organized, the system of rules which the jurisdiction and the authority are exercised over such a body of people. So the third concept is in regards to the concept of state and Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. So Article 12, which is a part of the Part 3 of the Fundamental Rights of Indian Constitution. So it defines the concept of state for the purpose of the Constitution. So according to Article 12, the term state includes the following four entities. That is, firstly, the government and the Parliament of India. This refers to the executive and legislative branches of the central government of India, which include the President, the Council of Ministers, and the Parliament consisting of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So Lok Sabha basically means the House of People, and Rajya Sabha is the Council of State. The next one. So the next point is in regards to government and legislature on each state and the union territories. So this includes an executive and legislative branches of the state government in India. So each state has its own chief minister, council of ministers and state legislature consisting of legislative assemblies and the legislative council. And the third one is in regards to all local and other authorities within the territory of India. So all local refers to bodies such as the municipal corporations, municipalities, panchayats and other institutions that are entrusted with the administration of the specific local regions or areas. So these entities are established by the law and they exercise governmental functions at their local level. The fourth one is in regards to all local and other authorities under the control of the Government of India. So the term state also encompasses the other authorities which may be either statutory or non-statutory in nature. So these authorities are significantly funded or controlled by the center or the state governments. So the inclusion of the other authorities ensures the body performing public functions and are subject to the constitutional obligations and the fundamental rights. Now the next question is in regards to what is the purpose of defining a state under Article 12 of the Indian Constitution. So, the purpose of defining a state under the Article 12 of the Indian Constitution is to extend the application of fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution to these entities. So, by including governmental bodies, local authorities, and other authorities within the definition of state, the Constitution ensures that individuals can seek their legal remedies if their fundamental rights are violated by these entities. It enables a citizen to hold these entities accountable and protects them from arbitrary actions. It is important to note that Article 12 does not explicitly include private entities within the definition of the state. So, however, the judiciary in India has recognized that certain private entities, if they perform public functions or exercise government like powers, can be considered as state under Article 12 for the purpose of enforcing the fundamental rights. Now, moreover, Article 12 of the Indian Constitution provides a broad definition of the term state to ensure the purpose that the governmental and the other entities performing public functions are subject to constitutional obligations and safeguard the fundamental rights of the individuals. Now, the next topic is in regards to what is. So, now the next concept, which is in regards to what is a government. So, the concept of government refers to a system or organization that exercises political authority, power, and control over a specific territory and its inhabitants. It is responsible for making or implementing decisions, laws, and policies that govern a society. So, likewise, government plays a crucial role in ensuring human rights of every person, maintaining law and order, providing public service, and representing interest of the population. Now, let's look on to the key aspects of the concept of government. The first one is in regards to political authority. Now, let's look on to the aspects of the concept of government. The first one is in regards to political authority. So, the government holds a legitimate political authority over the defined territory. It is empowered to make and enforce laws, regulate societal activities, and exercise control over the population. So, political authority may be vested in individuals or institutions such as the president, prime minister, monarch, or a representative body like a parliament. The second one is in regards to governance. So, government are responsible for governance, which involves managing public affairs and administrating public resources. This includes maintaining law and order, protecting rights and liberties, promoting social welfare, and resolving conflicts within society. So, governments establish systems and institutions to ensure effective governance and public administration. The third one is in regards to decision making and policy implementation. Now, government make decision and formulate policies and address social issues, promote development, and they shape their direction of a country. So it involves assessing needs, setting priorities, allocating resources, or achieving specific goals. So government also have the authority to enforce these policies and implement them from various administrative bodies and agencies. The fourth one is in regards to public services. So, governments provide essential public services to citizens such as healthcare, education, transportation, infrastructure, development, and let's say safety, public safety. So, these services aim to improve the quality of people, quality of life, and meet the basic needs of population. And the government may directly provide these services or facilitate their provisions through partnerships and with private or non-profit organizations. And the fifth one is in regards to representation. Now, government often represent the interest of the population and they act as a voice for the people. So, they are responsible for formulating and implementing policies that reflect the needs and aspirations of citizens. In democratic system, governments are selected by the people and they are accountable to them through regular elections and democratic processes. The sixth one is in regards to international relation. The government engage in international relation representing the country's interest on global stage. They negotiate treaties, establish democratic relation, participate in international organization, and shape foreign policies. Government plays a very vital role in maintaining peace, promoting cooperations, and safeguarding national security in the international arena. So, however, the structure, the functions, the power of the government vary across different political systems, such as the democracies, monarchy, republics, and other authoritative regimes. And likewise, the form of government and the relation between the government and the citizen significantly influence the political, social, and economic dynamics of the society. Now, you might be confused like, what's the difference between a state and a government? Both like kind of confusing topics, right? So, the term state and government are related, but they have very distinct meanings and in the concept of political system. So to differentiate between state and government, so firstly, let's look into the meaning. So, state is referring to a political and legal entity that exercises sovereignty over a defined territory and its population. Government, on the other hand, the government is a specific institution or set of institutions within the state and exercises the political authority and governs the society. The next one is in regards to elements. So the state, it is a broader concept and it encompasses various elements like the government, the legal system, the territory, sovereignty, and its population. Now, in regards to responsibility, the state represents a collective identity and interest of the citizen and exercises ultimate political authority within its jurisdiction. On the other hand, it is a responsibility for making and implementing decisions, policies, and laws that affect the population. And furthermore, the government it represents the executive branch of the state and it is responsible for the day-to-day administration and management of the public affairs. Now the next point is in regards to constitution. The state often has a constitution or a set of fundamental laws that define its structure, powers, the rights and responsibilities of citizens. Now, on a government, it is consisting of individuals or institutions such as the president, prime minister, or cabinet who are appointed or elected to hold positions of power and make decisions on behalf of the state. So, likewise, the government operates within the framework and legal boundaries set by the state and it is subject to the constitution and laws of that state. So, moreover, the state refers to the overreaching political and legal entity that exercises sovereignty, while the government is a specific institution or set of institutions within the state that holds a political authority and governs the society. The government operates under the authority and framework established by the state and represents executive branch responsibility for administrating the public affairs. So this much discussion is more than enough for this video. So remaining topics will be discussed in the next video. So be with me. Bye bye.